Dun da 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 da. Welcome to RPG Ranked, the channel where all your favorite RPGs are ranked.
Bonjour, madame et monsieur. I wish I spoke French better than that, but what's up, everybody? This is Final Fantasy VII, and it's a really interesting thing to rank because basically we're ranking off ultimate weapons, how long they are in your party, some starting stats and stuff. It's not very much to rank, but it'll be fun. I love this game, actually. It's one of those guilty pleasure games for me because it's the most nostalgic game ever for me. I've been playing it since I was like 6, even though, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not a very amazing Final Fantasy game, but I love it anyway. And featuring the Christmas tree and the holiday decor in the background, so this should be a fun video. So before we get started, I just want to say I'm RPG Ranked, Brighton from RPG Ranked, and if you want more gaming content, any RPGs, just drop me a comment and I'll cover your video. I made a Golden Sun video dedicated to one of my fans in the comments. And I'll do videos for anybody who wants one. So, yeah. And so just like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and tell me what you want, and I'll make it. All right, let's get started. So I'm just going to go in order of when you get them in the game. And I got 4 different tiers here. Cannon Fodder, Basic Boys, Warriors of Light, and Warriors of Darkness. And it'll make sense. So this is obviously based off the PSP version of the game, because we got like Scott here and stuff. If it wasn't based on the PSP version, it'd be boring. So, yeah. All right. I just realized these guys literally look the same, but yeah. All right. So first, we are going to start off with Firion, who, as it is, him being the main character, we're going to start off with the best character in the game. And these three are a little bit, these three are neck and neck. And since they're the main characters of the game and how this game works, yeah, they're going to be the best characters, and we're going to get them over with first. And Warriors of Darkness, that just means, because it's the Dark Emperor that you fight at the end, and you fight the Light Emperor and the Solar Rebirth. So that's what my point was there. But Firion, I think, is the best character in Final Fantasy II. I usually make Firion like a red mage type with a sword, both types of magic. Maria like just a mage type with the bow, and then make a guy like the buff paladin type, right? But typically make him into red mage, which is like the best thing that you can have in the game. The main reason, like I said, it's mostly just weapon types and stuff, ultimate weapons that set them apart. And since Firion typically is given swords, since that's like his ultimate weapon type, swords are the best weapon type in the game, and I'll actually make a different video covering just the weapon types. I don't know how many people will watch that, but I'm gonna make it. But swords are the best weapon type in the game, hands down. You have the Excalibur, the Ragnarok, the Mass Immune, and like that's unparalleled attack power. And I think his ultimate weapon is the most balanced of the three with the Ragnarok. So I think he is the best. But any of these three could be switched around because of how the nature of the game is. So, yeah. All right. Then we're going to go with Maria next, who I think I'm going to put her right here, like I said. So I usually give her bows, right? And black magic mostly. I usually give Guy the white magic and Maria black magic, but you can do whatever you want. Everyone has cure for me, but so I think Maria, her ultimate weapon, I like the ultimate weapon bow better than Guy's ultimate weapon, because Guy's ultimate weapon is just a bunch of attack power, and yeah, that's kind of boring. The Artemis bow is super useful because it gives you like magic and stuff, and that's a hard stat to come across. It's hard to level up. So the bonus stats it grants are more useful. And bows are the strongest weapon type early in the game, so I'm like, okay, Maria's kind of better than Guy. Because you can, if you fight the captains, you can go cheese them by killing them with magic, and then you can get really powerful fire bows early on in the game. And then Yeah, black mage type, more useful. Yeah, it's mostly just interchangeable, but throughout my like 3 playthroughs of this game, Maria ends up being a better character than Guy every time, for me. So I'm just gonna put her right here. Why not? You know what I mean? But yeah, Maria's really good. Her bows are, and since you have that fire bow, I think the biggest problem is there's that one little portion of the game where you have like the wing swords and you have fire bows, and then all you have is a mithril axe. I mean, yeah, you can go to Mysidia and pay a bunch of money, but I like to not do that because that's kind of cheesing the game. So there's that one portion of the game where like mithril axes are the best thing you have, and then Guy becomes useless except for like to be a heal bot. So yeah, but literally this is just nitpicking. Like you can barely do anything here, so there's barely any difference between these guys. So Guy's in third. I usually give him white magic and axes. Yeah. So it's mostly just the fact that you don't have, for Guy, I'm putting him in third because you don't really get anything better than mithril axes during that one little portion of the game. And I think the Gig Axe, it boosts strength and stamina, which are very easy stats to grind out compared to agility and magic, which are boosted by the other 2 characters. But yeah, so that's all my stuff about these 3 characters. It gets a lot more interesting from here, but yeah, these 3 characters are pretty interchangeable. So yeah, then we have Minwu, who is the 4th best character in the game. We're really just like kind of going here with order of best. Like Minwu would be the best character if you had him throughout the game because he has so much white magic, and he joins with really good stats. Definitely your best party member when you get him, at least. And he is your mage for Solar Rebirth. Like, the other people are not going to just come with, like, really good stuff on. Whereas Minwu's going to have all this high-level magic, and he's going to be your, like, saving grace for the first bit of Solar Rebirth. So he has really good spells and stuff. And then he also has the Ultima spell that he gets in the Solar Rebirth, which is only allowed to be on him. It's more dependent on just the spirit stat instead of the other. It calculates damage differently than the original Ultima, so it's a really, really good spell. So, and his ultimate weapons are really good because they can cast, if I remember correctly, Berserk 16 and Fire 16? Maybe not. I think it's just Berserk 16. One of them casts Berserk 16, and then the other one just has high attack or something. I can't remember. Or gives you good magic boost or whatever. But he has really good ultimate weapons, and he gets his own version of Ultima and has amazing magic to start. So if it wasn't inherently biased by the fact that these 3 are like your main people, then Minwu would easily be the best character in the game. And since he dies, and goes Solar Rebirth, right? Like, yeah. So he's really good, though. All right, then we have Josef, who is okay, I guess. His bare hands, when he first joins your party, he does a lot of damage. Like, he's pretty good. He's really powerful. One of his flaws that puts him below the other Solar Rebirth characters is that his ultimate weapon is a dagger, even though you like want to level him up in fists, because fists are way stronger than daggers at that point. So you've leveled him up in fists, and you're like, bruh, why is his ultimate weapon a dagger? And it's so stupid. So, and then you're just like questioning your life choices because you gave him fists. So he is like having a bit of an identity crisis there. You also don't have him for very long in your party compared to like Ricard and Minwu you have in your party a bit longer at least. He just has his fists, and since his ultimate armor piece, the bracer, is really good, but since the dragon claws, it's just such a weird thing. Like, Josef is one of my favorite characters story wise. He is a very good man. Like, that scene where he gets smashed by a boulder actually is pretty emotional for such an old game, right? Yeah, but he's the weakest of the Solar Rebirth characters for sure, and he's just He's fine. Just an identity crisis with his ultimate weapon, and nothing special that any of these other characters can have. So, yeah. All right, next we have Gordon, who is garbage, basically. I mean, Gordon is infamous for being bad in this game, but he's definitely the worst character in the game. Like, I do like him story-wise, too. I mean, I do like the story of FF2. Like, it was pretty dang good for its time. Like, I still enjoy the story. It's kind of like a Star Wars vibe. Like, it's still a better story than, like, definitely way better than, like, FF1 and stuff. Like, there's some interesting things that happen in this game, so it's kind of cool. And some characters actually die, which is cool. And Solar Rebirth is an awesome idea, in my opinion. But, so yeah, anyway, Gordon he gets, like, all around okay stats, but his HP and MP are so weak right when you get him. Like, he gets, like, two-shotted by those tortoise thingies. And, yeah, like, he's not present in the Solar Rebirth portion of the game. And he's okay in the Dreadnought and Coliseum dungeons, but, like, if you want to go get his ultimate weapon, you have to go so out of your way, and you only get it for, like, 20 minutes. Like, maybe one boss fight. And he's just very Like, there's literally nothing special about him. He doesn't start with any spells or anything. He starts with very low weapon stats across the board. Low stats. Like, a lot of people just kill him off, and that's a fair point. Like, you don't really need him. There's not really. I was bored one of my playthroughs, so I got all the stats to 99 once because I'm stupid like that. It's the biggest waste of time in my life, but highly regret that. Don't do that. All right, let's move on. Gordon's an idiot. Leila, little bit better than Gordon. She's my favorite character in the game, personality-wise. Or maybe Ricard. Oh, I like Ricard a lot. But no, Leila's funny with her dumb pirate talk and stuff. And she could be lesbian or bi or something, which is interesting. Anyways, so, like, yeah, she's fun. She's a fun character. But she's pretty bad as... Here's the thing. At least she specializes in knives and kind of bows. Like, she has some level up. Her stats aren't as bad. She has a decent thunder spell to kill those enemies in the ocean. She's not in the Solar Rebirth 2, which is why she's in the cannon fodder tier. But her ultimate weapon is still better than Gordon's, and you actually might get a chance to use it because she's in your party. Leila, I think, is in your party the longest of any character, any side character. So that's interesting, at least. Like, she's not that bad, but she's not in Solar Rebirth, so she can't go any higher. So yeah, just overall, she's okay. But, like, I don't, like, think killing her off is, like, I think keeping her as a fourth party member with that thunder spell and stuff is useful. Like, Gordon, I'm like, do I need him? Not really. But Leila, other than against those hill gigases that a one-shotter, like, she's not that bad. She's kind of cool. Like, it's nice to have her in your party. So, Ricard, my man, he is going to go right here, right behind Minwu. Ricard is actually a beast. So, he joins the party with actually pretty decent stats in shields and spears and a little bit of swords too. I mean, his HP stat starts pretty low and it's kind of annoying, but he has, like, really good strength and he has a pretty extended stay in your party. So he eventually became on par with my main three, other than when it comes to what's it called? HP, sorry. And at the end of that tower, you get, like, stat boost and stuff. So, like, he actually is not that bad. And I wish that he, like, I mean, I get why Leon is one of your main four at the end, but it's so dumb because Leon's stats are garbage when you get him, and Ricard's way better. His weapons are the best in the game. The Abel's Lance and the Wyvern Lance is so overpowered. Like, he might even be better than Minwu in the Solar Rebirth against, at least against normal enemies. He like does so much damage with Abel's Lance and Wyvern Lance. So that is really cool. He does a ton of damage. You can also put on the Blood Sword and the other Ultima Tome. One of my playthroughs, I put the one of the Ultima Tomes on him because like at that point I had Holy and Fire leveled up so much, and like Scourge and Blizzard and Thunder, whatever. On my main characters at that point, I was like, do I even want to use Ultima? Like I can just use Flare, right? So I just gave it to Ricard because he could use it when he leveled it up in Solar Rebirth. It was a great decision. So 2 Ultima casters, pretty good idea for Solar Rebirth. So yeah, he is the second best or best character in Solar Rebirth. Since his weapons are amazing, he can have Ultima, he can carry over the Blood Sword and all that. So yeah, Ricard is definitely a good character, and he's even decent in the main campaign, which I can't say about Josef. So yeah. Alright, here's where it gets interesting for me. Leon is honestly, I'm going to put him in basic boys tier. Because you don't have him for the whole game like these 3. And he's not in Solar Rebirth. So he's in an awkward position where like his HP and MP suck. And his weapon stats are good. But at that point, I don't even want to, like, there's like 1 dungeon left in the game. I don't want to grind him out. So he ends up just being like a Berserk Tome bot for my other characters. Like I just use Berserk Tomes during boss fights with him until he dies, and then I just let him be dead and revive him after battle or something. Like Leon is just not very good. Like I got so much more use out of these guys in Solar Rebirth than I ever got out of Leon. Like he's the only reason I even put him above these guys is because he's an endgame character, and technically he's more important than them. But like honestly, like I made sure there's another tier just to show like he's not very good. Like he's not even this level. So he comes really weak in the party, and he's not really worth it. So I don't really think he deserves to go any higher. Let's move on to Scott, who yes, I actually put above Leon. Scott is only playable in Solar Rebirth dungeons, but he still, to me, brings more value than these 3 characters ever could. He starts with very good stats for a character to start out with. He has good sword and shield levels, and he starts with decent magic proficiency, the second best magic of anyone in the game other than Minwu. His ultimate weapon, Wild Rose, is my favorite weapon in the game. It's very high strength and intelligence buffs. So he's a really good red mage, but it can cast... Oh, this is the one that casts Berserk 15. I got confused. 16. So yeah, like a sword casting that is kind of cracked. Like, come on. So, I do think he's definitely better than Josef when it comes to the Solar Rebirth, but since he's not even in the main story, I just couldn't place him above Josef. But, he definitely is better than Josef when it comes to the Solar Rebirth. But Scott is a solid character all around. And he's way more useful to me than Leon ever has been. So, yeah. So, this is my FF2 tier list. Very interesting video. I don't know if anyone even wanted to watch this video or anyone wanted to, like... Because there's not that much to rank here. But hopefully somebody dropped by this and watched through the end. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Drop down in the comments what you want to see next. I will make more FF2 videos. I can do a dungeons ranked or spells ranked or weapon types ranked, because actually it's more interesting than you think. I have an article about the weapon types ranked. It was kind of fun to make, actually. So tell me if you want more videos down below. FF2 videos. It can be anything. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, RPG nerds.